Hi everyone, it's Annabelle, and I did my bike ride, and you know what? I did not use the electricity on the electricity bike. I did it without the electricity. Didn't even turn the bike on. So I only rode a half hour because I don't want to push it. I'm only 2 days after Zolair, and you're really not supposed to push it right after Zolair, but I want to get back in shape, so I push it a little. I don't recommend that for everyone, but I just do what works for me, okay? All right, anyway. I had to come out to the pool to cool down. See, look, I have a pool here. See the pool? See my feet and my toes. And I had to cool down because it's hot. Plus, this is where I work my DMO muscles. I loosen them up on the bike, and then I come out here and I do stuff and work with the resistance with the water. And the really smart people at the PT place say that's really helpful. So I do that. And since they know stuff that I don't, I listen to them. I do. Sometimes. I do what's best for me. That's what I do. Because you know what? When you have a mast cell disease, you can't always listen to everyone. Nobody understands the disease. I have to do what works for me. So I do it. I do what works for me. But this works for me. So we're good. Anyway, I'm here and I'm testing with this machine contraction. I am testing the pH and salt, and then texting my husband because he isn't here still, and we have to know if the pool is okay for me to get into, because I don't want to turn green or anything. That would not be cool. Nobody wants that, unless it's Halloween or a really cool haunted photo shoot. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh, if I could get a haunted photo shoot and they painted me green, that would be cool. Everybody vote for that, okay? Okay, I mean hope for that, because there's nowhere to vote. That would be silly. Anyway, how you work this, it's called an ORAPXI. ORAPX. I don't know. That won't work, because the I is after the X. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I'm going to turn it on. See this button? Where? Right there. See that button? That means you turn stuff on when you see that symbol. That's what my husband says, so I'm turning it on. And it says salt. And then you just put it right here in the water, like that. See that? Probably can't see it, can you? Yeah, you can. There you go, see? See how those numbers change? That 3110, that's the number of salt. I don't know what that exactly means, ppm. But my husband does, because he's a scientist and he knows stuff like that. So then I just text him and let him know that's the number, and he tells me if I need to do stuff. Then there's another one, see this? There's this button, this bottom button, and I just hit that until the word pH comes up. Like, this is really hard to do with 2 hands. I need 3. Anyway, you can see that says pH somewhere, and then I put it back in, and then if I put it back in, then it'll tell me. See how it tells me what the pH is? I don't know what that means either. But then I just tell my husband this is what the number is, and he tells me what to do. Yesterday, I had to add something called some kind of acid. It was some kind of acid. Like, I don't know really what kind because I can't remember. What I do know is he said, make sure you wear your PPE. And I didn't know what that meant. So as he told me, that means gloves and a mask and goggles, because acid will eat through your skin and the decking. Did you know that? And I said, dude, really, you want me to do this? He says, you have to. We have to keep this balance. I'm like, well, okay, I'm all about balance. I like balance in life. So I did it. And even I didn't find a mask. But I did find a towel. So I just held one hand over my mouth with a towel. And I poured with my other hand, and I did wear gloves. So I had this PPE stuff, which means, I think it means protect in an emergency. That's what PPE means, protect in an emergency. If you remember that, you'll remember to put it on. So I did, and I poured it in. And then guess what? After I poured it in, I put the lid back on the jug, because that's what I was told to do. And then I took the towel off my face, and you know what? I could not breathe. It like totally burned, even with the lid on. So I'm just gonna tell you, make sure you get far away from it if you're gonna use acid. Because even out here outside, That was not cool. I did not care for that. So I just put the towel back on my face, came back inside, and I was like, I don't like this anymore. And now the number is fine, I think. He said look for something around 7 too, so I'm hoping it'll work and I don't have to do that again, because I didn't like it very much. That's like a man's job. That's not a job for a girl. Anyway, that's it. I did it. I did the pool stuff. I've got the numbers. Oh. I didn't write them down. I have to do it again. Hang on. I didn't even look. I was talking to you guys. This says 7.01. That is not 1.2. 7.01. Well, that's fine. Alright, I can't remember I have to go back. Oh, what is a backwards US-CM? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But that's not what he told me to use, so I won't. I have to look for the word salt. There it is. Okay, the backwards word salt. No, the frontward word salt. And I'm at 3110. I think that'll be fine, but I don't know. But if I have to add salt, I have a bucket because the salt bag's heavy. So I have a bucket. I can just dip in and pour salt in the pool. And that's it. And then I use this thing. See that brush? And I just spread it around. I spread it around like I'm sweeping. That's it. That's how you take care of a pool. Because the water takes care of itself. Isn't that cool? All right, now you know how to take care of a pool. Everybody have a good day. Bye.